Now, if you go to banks, you will have two types of accounts. One is called current account, another is savings account. Now, what is this savings account? You would have deposited money in banks, your parents would have deposited money in banks. Now, that is called savings account. Now, this savings account, the bank will give you some 3% or 2.5% or 4% interest. Okay, if you deposit say 10,000, then you will get 10,300 1 year later. This is a simple savings account. Now, what is current account? Current account is one where if organizations have an account with the bank. See, you as an individual, if you have an account, then that is called as savings account. Say Israel Jebasingh is an individual, then I will have savings account. On the other hand, Officers IAS Academy is not an individual, it is a legal entity, it is an organization. So, Officers IAS Academy will have a current account. So, when individuals have account, that is called savings account. When any organization has an account, that is called current account. Okay. What is the difference between saving account and current account? Saving account, whenever say you have 10,000 in your bank, okay, you go to the ATM, withdraw 10,000, that is allowed. Can you withdraw 15,000? No, that is not allowed. Only whatever you have, that much only you can withdraw. If you have 30,000 in your bank savings, only 30,000 you can withdraw maximum. You cannot withdraw 35,000. On the other hand, in current account, say 10 lakh is there in the current account of one organization. Suddenly, the organization is giving a check to one of its suppliers for 12 lakhs. But how much money is there in the current account? Only 10 lakhs. But still the bank will honor that check and call it as overdraft, OD. For that extra 2 lakhs, later they will collect with some interest from that organization. However, now they will honor it. So that way current account is better for overdraft. However, one small negative is there in current account. In savings account, you get some 3%, 3.5% or 4% interest, whereas in current account, they don't pay any interest for the organization. It is 0% interest. So these are the two differences between the savings account and current account. Okay, now I will ask you one more question. Whenever you have some 30,000 in your savings account, you want to go and withdraw from the bank, okay, or from ATM. If you go to bank branch, then you will physically sign a withdrawal slip, they will give. When you go to ATM, yes, immediately you can put your PIN and take it out, the 30,000. So, whenever you demand, the bank is liable to pay you. There is a demand liability on the bank. So, whenever you demand, the bank is liable to pay you. So, this savings account or even current account, these are all called as demand liability. On the other hand, say a fixed deposit. Now, what is a FD? You go and ask your mother. Mothers are very good in this. They will save some amount always for the family. They will put say now some 1 lakh rupee in FD. 1 year later, when they go, the bank will even give 7.5%, 8% interest also, 7%, 8% interest. Now, this is FD. And another deposit is there called RD, recurring deposit. Now, what is the difference between fixed deposit and recurring deposit? FD, whenever they put, say one time, 1 lakh now, after that, 1 year later, they will go 1 year or 10 months, whichever the duration of FD. After that, they can go and withdraw it. Bank will give very good interest. On the other hand, recurring deposit is every month, say 10,000. Your mother will put 10,000. Now it's any month, say January, if it is me, 10,000 January. Next February 1 10,000, March 1 10,000, April 1 10,000. Like that, it will be recurringly depositing, but they cannot withdraw in between. Only depositing. 1 year later, as a whole, they will get with good interest. Now, if there is an FD, can you go and withdraw from ATM that FD? Suddenly you want money, you put 1 lakh FD. But can you go and withdraw from ATM? No, you cannot. Only from savings account you can. Okay, can you go and buy from, get from withdrawal slip, can you go from a bank branch? No, the bank will say, sorry, you have signed, you cannot, then you have to pay penalty and all. So, this FD and RD, they are also, the bank is liable to pay, but not on demand, but there is a time for that. It is called as time liability for the bank. They are liable to pay you only after a particular time. So, we have seen that savings account and current account, this savings account and current account, these are all demand liability. Whenever you are asking, the bank has to pay. So, on demand, the bank has to pay. So, that is why it is called as demand liability. On the other hand, if you see fixed deposit or recurring deposit, there is a time liability. The bank will pay only after time. However, if it is an emergency, no sir, I want this money. Yes, bank will pay you. However, they will put a penalty interest on you. So, you won't get the full amount and all. Some penalty they will put, but balance they will give. So, there are two types of liabilities. One is demand liability, another is time liability.